Christopher Robin. So Christopher Robin tells the story of Christopher Robin, but it's not the typical Christopher Robin that we're known from. No, he's not a kid anymore. He's about 40 years old and has had a few life tribulations happen to him. He's dealing with workload, having a family, raising a child, trying to support them. In the midst of all this, he's starting to forget who he once was, and it's the perfect time for Winnie-the-Pooh to come back into his life. And from there on, we'll see Pooh and old friends like Tigger, Eeyore, Piglet come together to show Christopher Robin what it means to be a child again. And that's all pretty much said without giving any spoilers to you guys. This is a spoiler-free review. I'm just going to tell you what I liked about the film, what I didn't like, hit you with a rating system just like this one, breaking down the elements of the film and giving you a final ranking. I'm going to get it out of the way. We are all saying that this is a Hook ripoff. Now, I saw Hook as a child, a Steven Spielberg film, and I absolutely loved it. What Robin Williams did, the characters, it just really stuck with me. And I understand it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I really liked that film. And no, it didn't bug me at all when I saw Christopher Robin was going for basically the same storyline. And you have to admit, those trailers got you. If you have even 1% of a heart or soul, those trailers really made you interested to see this film. And I have to say, it was about what I expected in the best possible way. Ewan McGregor as a grown-up Christopher Robin, I think was a perfect choice in my opinion. Ewan McGregor is a great actor and he pulls off that adult, stressed out father very well. And in the film, when it comes time for him to be that lively child in the body of an adult, he pulls it off very well. His smile, his interaction with Pooh and all the other characters, I really enjoyed it. And don't even get me started on all the characters. Winnie-the-Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, all done very well. Even Eeyore, which is a character now that I see as an adult wondering, why was this part of a children's book? He is so depressing, and yet spits the most truth out of all of them. I have to say though, they did Winnie-the-Pooh perfectly. Every time this bear is on screen, my heartstrings were being pulled. I was minutes away from tearing, and you can call me sensitive, you can call me whatever, I probably am. You have to be the evilest person in the world if you just didn't find yourself smiling to the things this bear says. The interactions he has with not only Ewan McGregor, but the little girl in this film with Hayley Atwell, everything comes from a purity, and I guess a lot has to do with them bringing Jim Cummings back to do the voice of Winnie-the-Pooh. And if we're gonna make those comparisons to Hook, I'll say that this film set it up a lot better. With Hook, you just had a few minutes of Robin Williams on a phone acting like a busy businessman and I can't play with you, darling, I can't do this. And then minutes later, we're at Neverland and things are rolling. In this film, it really takes the time to set up what Christopher Robin did from when he was a kid to his last time playing with Winnie-the-Pooh to when we see him at 40 years old. They took some pretty dark turns, and I was surprised at the character development that they went into giving to Christopher Robin. This film is very much a metaphor of life is gonna knock you down, life is gonna push you, you're gonna end up working harder than you've ever done when you're an adult. That you lose who you are and who you want to be and what is important in life. And then the film tries to play on that by giving you what is more important, your childlike sense of wonder, your happiness, or these responsibilities that are weighing you down that you're putting ahead of other people. Maybe I'm overanalyzing that, especially for a children's film, but I think they did a really good job of setting all that up. But I will say the film suffered from a few problems. And most of these are just honestly minor nitpicks because this film is so pure, so lighthearted, so beautiful in a way. And the adorableness of it, you kind of just ignore the little negatives you see because you're just having such a good time watching this film. It's putting such a smile on your face that you don't really want to put any negative towards it. But the things that did bug me is, for one, I don't understand why the rabbit and the owl character had to be interpretations of real-life animals. What I mean by that is the rest of the characters like Pooh, Piglet, the kangaroo, Eeyore, they were all based off what I think are stuffed animals in the form of an animal, if that makes sense. They were things that when they wouldn't move, they were like regular dolls, regular stuffed animals. But the rabbit and the owl were based off actual rabbits and actual owls. Now that kind of contraction when they're all together was very jarring and very apparent. I don't understand why they did that. Maybe I understand for the owl because seeing a stuffed animal fly might look a little weird, but I don't know why they had to do it to the rabbit. Other than that, the story is actually just pretty simple. It's just busy father finds his childlike sense of wonder, and then you know where it goes from there. There's not really huge surprises. There's not really anything in here that's like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. What a twist. It's just a simple story of a man realizing that family and friendship is more important than busy workmen. Alright, so for Christopher Robin, I'm gonna give action 1.5 stars. There actually is a car chase and a couple of characters running around, but there isn't really anything in here to the Mission Impossible level. Comedy in the film, I am actually gonna give it 2.5 stars. There was lots of funny moments from Winnie-the-Pooh, Eeyore especially, and that London sense of humor I just love. Drama in the film, I'm gonna give it 2 stars. It's a very simple story, like I said, so there really isn't many surprises or you super invested. But like I said, they do a good job of that character building in the beginning. Horror in the film, I'm gonna give 0 stars. It's a Winnie-the-Pooh film. If something does frighten you, look at the mirror, man. Suspense in the film, I'm gonna give 1.5 stars. Like I said, it's pretty beat by the numbers, and you can plan to see where this film is headed. Casual fans, I'm gonna give it a definite A+. Cinephiles, I'm gonna give it an A-. And critically, I'm going to give it a B-. For Christopher Robin, I'm gonna suggest you add this to your collection at home.
That's a keeper.
But that's just my opinion on the film, guys. If you got around to see it, let me know what you thought about it. And if you have any questions about the film, please let me know. I'm happy to comment down below. Get the conversation going. Even if you got something mean to say, just please go ahead. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. I do mostly reviews, but I'm trying to get into doing a little more different kinds of videos. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.